All right, so episode 50, right? We're going on. Evi or Evi says, Nia Hui-san, you're absolute mastermind. I think Wei Ying has always known that Nia Hui-san isn't as dumb as he pretends to be, but just let him be. Like, yes, he was lazy and didn't like to study, but his memory was great when it came to poems and things he's interested in. And he's been a sneaky little guy since his teenage days. Don't forget that he was the one who was able to smuggle corn books into freaking cloud races and never got caught and yeah, I never got caught. And later, he was able to escape the when indoctrination camp without getting hurt. So I believe that Wei Yin connected the dots the fastest because Da is a genius himself, but also because he didn't really doubt Nia Hui Sang's genius and passion. I especially love the last scene when Hui Sang was picking up Jin Guangyao's dirty heart and then looked at his bloody fingers. Wei Sang's actor said in an interview that before that scene, Wei Sang never had to personally dirty his fingers like Dimple Guy because as the second young master of the Nie and Nie Mengjue's beloved little brother, he was always protected and hidden far away from all the blood and go from the war and politics. His big brother went through so much trouble to make sure he was strong and could protect himself, but still be able to keep his playful innocence. But at the end, even he had to dirty his hands for everyone. I can't believe we finished all 50 episodes already. I feel like it took such a long time to watch everything, but at the same time, it went by so quick. I mean, that feeling is very relatable. Thank you guys so much for always being so positive, open-minded, and entertaining. I signed up for Patreon literally just because you guys started the Untamed reactions. Even though I could never quit, it is quite get myself to do so before. There are so many other YouTubers with such great content on their Patreon, but man, who wants to pay money to watch something? But here I am, and sacrifices have been made with that one tear emoji. Man, we really, we're really grateful and we really appreciate it, and we feel you. We feel you. It's very hard, like, let's say, like removing your money to just paying someone your money to do something, but only few people understand this. That's all the patrons who are here. You all understand like the work it takes, the dedication everyone takes to come and shoot and make this content, editors and everything. So it's not everyone who understands this, but we really appreciate all of you. You know, the one with this comment and everyone who like sacrificed their money for us. So I'm so excited for all the Untamed related content and TikToks. And I hope you guys will also react to the two movies, The Living Dead and Fatal Journey. The first one focuses on Wenning and Ah Yuan, and the second one on the Nie brothers. Well, can keep it on the bucket list because we're not here for a short time. I'm talking about us. No, here, what Drake line says?
I'm here for a good time, not a
But
long time.
us that's different. For us, we're here for a long time, not a short time or good time, right? So we can keep it in the bucket list. If you won't be able to do it now or this year, we'll do it sometime. Because we don't want to make like promises that we can't fulfill. It was very wonderful experience. Something I can confidently say we've never experienced. Like it was the first ever series that we were working hand on hand with our lovely Armed viewers. Like you're letting us know a lot of things we missed, you know. So it was like a very beautiful experience, and we're really grateful. It's something that it leaves a mark in someone's life. Even if you're like 20 years later, when someone say, "Where was she?" You just know, you remember. Like it leaves a memory in you. So thank you so much. All right, Rice says this is incredibly long, so just a heads up. Wow. That's the word that can describe my emotion right now. Wow. I can't believe we've reached this point in our MDZS, the Untamed journey. Before I talk about our journey as a whole, I want to talk about episode 50 briefly. I love your reaction to this final episode, and I felt all the emotions with you guys, even though I have already watched this a million times. I like when Good Luck said it looked like Wang Shen was walking down the aisle because in the novel, Wang Shen go back to Cloud Races and Wei Wuxian becomes a part of the Lan clan by marriage to Lan Zhen. So they live together and are very happy together and are very happy together. Also, Trish, I felt you girl when you reacted to Wenning and Lan Sijue interrupting Wan Shen's talk. Like, yo, please give us a moment to speak in caps.
Oh.
I was sad to see Wenning and Wei Ying part ways, but I think Wenning wants to live his own life now. He loves Wei Ying and is so incredibly loyal to him. But by doing so, his life revolves around Wei Wuxian. He spends most of the drama protecting Wei Ying or helping him, even before he became what he is now. Finding out when Yuan is alive as Lan Yuan, in my opinion, made him realize that there is still hope for him to have his own life. He lost everything before and all the Wens died, basically whether good or bad. I think sometimes our memories as a fandom of the Wen clan are so overshadowed by the evildoers that we forget that there were many innocent and good people in the clan, and it is painful to Wenning that his whole clan fell. Now he's moving forward to a life that revolves around himself and not Wei Ying. He's always been with someone, except when he was unconscious with the nails in his scalp. Whether it was his sister Wenqing or Wei Wuxian, now he'll be able to be independent and do his soul searching if needed. Also, your reactions when Wang Shen was separating was so relatable. I remember a past reactor I watched before seeing that part and being like, this is bullshit. And then he thought they were back together and he was like, oh, this is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then when they separated again, he said, never mind, this is still bullshit. To ease your minds, the idea is that Wei Wuxian did leave for a while, but then they did end up meeting again when Lan Zhen called his name and Wei Ying turned around and smiled. It's implied and assumed by most of the fandom that was the permanent reunion. They will stay together now. So it is a happy ending. Wan Sheng is together and they're definitely together in the novel. Filling our and Lan Chiren's or Uncle Lan's minds and eyes with romance and trauma left and right. How beautiful, lol. I think almost everyone alive had a happy ending in the end except for Zhou Jun, who lost Jing Guangyao and who he was gonna die with, by the way. And Lan Chiren, who was to deal with Wang Shen's relationship for the rest of his life. Looking back at the beginning of the series, I think the last thing Uncle Lan expected was for his prized and perfect nephew to fall in love with number one troublemaker, who visited his clan for education, lol. Uncle Lan was always sending Wang Ji to oversee Wei Wuxian's punishment, and I'm like, bro, you basically fostered the basis of this whole love story. This whole show has been a trip, but one thing that will always remain a mystery to me, is that random scene in one of the first episodes when Lan Zhen, Wei Ying, and Nie Huisang are in town together and the flower petals start falling from the sky. Nie Huisang just starts staring at Lan Zhen and basically talks about how elegant and beautiful he is while he checks him out, and Wei Wuxian is like, what the fuck? But I agree. Like Nie Huisang, explain yourself, boy. Every single time I rewatch this show, I'm just like, what is that about? These are the real questions. But anyways, this has been a beautiful journey with all of you. I genuinely enjoyed all of your reaction and I'm so happy you guys watched this together. To this day, Wang Sheng's relationship truly gets to me so deeply. I think the show is ultimately both a dramatic action story and a romance. From very early on, Lang Wangji developed feelings for Wei Wuxian, and while it isn't the only reason, Lan Zhen's love for Wei Ying fueled so many of his actions and sections of the story. I think his love for Wei Ying is also one of the biggest reasons why he's my favorite character. Although Wei Ying is right after him, it takes an incredible amount of emotional exhaustion and torment to love someone in a position like Wei Ying's. Lan Zhen was scared endlessly throughout the story that something would happen to Wei Wuxian. He never stopped caring about him once he started. even if it came across as annoying sometimes the way we share. He always did things he truly believed would help Wei Ying and cared about him more than himself. I think sometimes it's easy to overlook how tiresome it is to be so relentless for the sake of someone else's well-being when your good intentions aren't received in the best way. Even during Wan Sheng's divorce era, he was trying to help Wei Ying, and his devotion doesn't just show that he loves Wei Wuxian, it shows how incredibly resilient and strong he is as a human being, and that is why I love Lanchan. He's so strong that it's almost scary. I respect him so much, and I actually love that he isn't a perfect person because it makes him feel real. Lanjan has his share of issues, such as his similarities to his father and his tendency to almost follow the same path as he sometimes. And those issues make him 1,000 times more interesting. As for Wei Ying, gosh, I love that knucklehead. Wei Wuxian is a beautiful but tortured soul. But to be honest, sometimes I forget that his life was always hard somehow. He's so go lucky that it's easy for me to forget that even before he lost his cold. He lost his parents young, lived on the streets while fighting with dogs for food, and then mistreated by Madame Yu as he grew up. And it's incredibly admirable that he's able to seem like the happiest person in the room when others live lives have been far easier at those earlier points. I think Wei Wuxian was always going to have a seed of sadness because of his life experiences, and falling in love with Lanjian was a beautiful thing that happened to him. In the novel, it is even more evident how incredibly happy Lanjian makes Wei Ying, even before he realized he was in love with Lanjian. He enjoyed his presence, and being around Lanjian brought him so much joy, which can see in the show to a degree as well. But when Wei Ying realizes his feelings for Lanjian, it becomes evident in the novel how incredibly important Lanjian is to Wei Ying. He brings his happiness that no one else could, and I'm genuinely happy that Wei Ying feel that way. Wei Ying has suffered so much from the loss of his parents, then Madame Yu and Jiang Fengmian, then the Wens, and even his senior sister. When I first watched the show, I remember feeling overwhelmed because the suffering felt like it would never end. It was like a bad thing would happen to Wei Ying, and then another thing, and more just piling on top. Wei Ying is truly a good person who made mistakes, yes, but a good person for real. And then I'm sorry that Mo Xuanyu died to bring Wei Ying back, but I'm so happy he got a second chance at life, even if he was brought back for someone else's revenge. Because now that the revenge is over, he gets to live on for himself and have almost what's like a fresh start. This will always be one of my favorite shows, and Wei Wuxian and Lang Wangji will always have enormous places in my heart, along with other beloved characters, Senior Sister, Wen Ning, Wen Qing, Lan Xizhui, Lang Jingyi, Jingling, and even characters I have more interesting relationship with, such as Jing Zishuan and Jiang Chen, plus many more I have not listed. And I can't wait to watch the Untamed or MZDS content from now on with you guys. Whatever those may be, and once again, enjoy your well-deserved break. I've loved our journey together. Wow. That was nice. At some point, you might like, okay, so Langjan was your favorite, and then at some point, oh, okay, Wei Wuxian. So I love how like you break down every detail you say there. So I hope you guys are loving this video. So the next step after here is behind the scenes, right? Behind the scenes. So thank you so much. We had fun reading your comments, had fun watching the full show. It was amazing. Stay safe, stay tuned. We'll see you in the next one.